All right, hey, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, giving our honor, praises, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Ruach Wadash. Double honors due to the apostles, the elders at Great Millstone who rule well. Peace, love, salutations, and blessings to the Lord's elect out there. All right, this is the brother Yeshaya. I'm part of Men of Valor, and this video right here is based upon this uh, video I stumbled upon earlier. As the title reads, it says men are now getting approached by women since men are done. Okay, now hey, the Lord is turning the basically it's a paradigm shift happening, all over the world. Okay, and for the most part, right now, you got women that basically are over men, and the serpent is to blame for that, right? Going back to the garden, okay, all those philosophies and all of those doctrines and things that sounded good to Eve, they apply today. Okay, you don't need a man in the household, this, that, and the third. But the Lord is changing that for his elect men. And that's not for every man on the planet, because hey, you weak effeminate man that's not a part of this faith, y'all are going to basically be suffering with women until basically the kingdom. And Isaiah 4:1 is only applying to the elect men. Okay, not the non-elect, not the 2/3. All right, like I said, a lot of your women, or the women that are slated for y'all, because the scriptures say that a evil woman is given as a portion to a wicked man, or a wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man. A wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man. So hey, this thing is changing, man. This thing is changing, and the Lord is basically flipping it back on you, man. All right. Well, since I quoted it, I'm gonna bring this up. I'm gonna bring this precept out and then go into the video. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 31 and 22. How long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter? For the Lord hath created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man. So there you go. All right, it's a new thing in the earth. Women are basically set up and put up on a pedestal past men, and that's because of Eve, man. It goes back to the serpent. He was telling her the same things, and hey, she still listening to him to this day. But we do have a certain select few of women that are coming back to the ways of Yahweh, Yahweh Shah, and are sincere and being humble and coming humbly, man. So without further ado, though, let's watch a little bit of this video and then get back into the scriptures.
We are now at a point to where women are being cornered and forced into having to approach and pursue men. Now, mind y'all, for a very long time, a lot of women argued against this. This is something that is considered to be masculine, something that is considered to be degrading and demeaning for a woman to do, all because we were taught and indoctrinated to have a man chase you. Now, notice I said chase, okay? And y'all like the video, share the video, and subscribe. But we have to break this down. For a very long time, women were taught to have a man to chase her. What does that mean? That means make it seem as though you are hard to get. You are not something that is an easy feat, if you will. So if ever a man has...
Yeah, that's right. And hey, we've been duped because the thing is, hey, I grew up like that. Okay, I'm an '80s baby. I grew up in the '90s and early 2000s for the most part. But by that time, I was a young man. But basically, the whole thing was, oh, you got to sweep a woman off their feet. All of the movies tell us this. What Snow White and all of these fairy tale movies show, Prince Charming or us having to pursue men. I mean, so us men having to pursue women. But the thing is, we are the prize. Okay, the Lord said that His pasture is with men. All right, and that's the whole hierarchy. Is the Most High Yahweh, His Son Yahweh Shai, the man, okay, the woman, and the child. But the turning of things upside down, man, it has happened and is happening. All right, but to go
has
on.
any kind of interest in you, make sure that you are putting up as many obstacles as possible to make it difficult for him to, I don't know, catch you. It's really, really silly when you think about it, okay? And very childish. Like, who has time to chase and catch somebody? Like, please.
Right, and the thing is, I learned that early, man. Okay, I learned that real early. Like I go after like a fine girl, I get her, and I have it in my mind. Oh, I want that to be my girlfriend. But then I get to know her, and like, hey, she's a a whore. She's a whore. So I'm like, all right, hey, after I got what I got, I get on through. You know, and that's basically how the world is set up. I mean, it's a lot of failed relationships, a lot of wasted time, and hey, men are getting done with that. Men are finished with that chasing aspect, the going back and forth, saying the right things on a text message, cold approaching women, which means just walking up to a woman and talking to her. Like men are tired, man. Okay, I've been hearing things about Elder Pastor Hart's been going into it, but these single parties that these women are throwing, and men are not even showing up because hey, the Lord is putting the spirit on men, not just the men of the Lord, because that's where it starts. Starting with our elders and apostles on down, but these men in the world, hey, you had a thing called MGTOW, men going their own way. Now I didn't too much agree with that, but at the same time, I started to, that's when that shift started, what 2018, 17, something like that. But these women are out of hand, and then we're under the curses. So, it's gonna be rare, especially if you're a man of the Lord. It's gonna be rare to find a good woman, man. All right, and we shouldn't even be focusing on women anyway. We should be focused on Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai doing this work. Okay, and then hey, the women gonna come. Isaiah 4:1 coming.
We are not playing freeze tag. If you like somebody, let them know. And what made it so much more of a childish thing to me is because of the fact of it being this instance of women not only making men chase her if he again found some kind of liking or interest in her, but even if she liked him back, you still make that man jump through hoops and loops of fire because again, you are the prize. And it made things 1,000 times worse when women started to introduce into a man's, I guess, chasing or pursuit of her, this thing of if she did not like him, filing false charges on.
Yeah, and this woman, she's on point with this, man. Okay, I don't know if she has a man or anything, but she's out here with little tatas out. They ain't out too much, but anyway, she's on point though, and basically, it was a failing system to be chasing these women anyway because I when we get older and we start really analyzing these women, we know that they're basically children in an adult form. So it's basically like you playing tag or you chasing your little daughter, around the yard, and she's not knowing, cars are coming and this and that and all this, and you're just chasing her haphazardly. All right, you have to be aware, like, okay, I'm not gonna chase you. You come here, I'm gonna scoop you up. All right, and that's it. And I'm not chasing you around to where you can run into the street or run into an ant pile or fall and hurt yourself. I'm gonna basically, hey, scoop you up, and if you're mine, you're mine, and if not, you're not. Okay, and that's basically that that wasn't the best analogy, but in my head it made sense. But basically, I said all that to say this: basically, men are tired of chasing women and seeing the reason why, because most of these women are not deserved to be chased. You shouldn't even be chasing a woman anyway, because the psychology of it, like somebody wise once said, I like those who like me, the woman that likes me, right? Especially being in this truth, you're not gonna get the one that you want all the way. And if you do, you know, if you want that supermodel or that that fine chick, she has been ran through. She probably had issues with let's just be honest, people touching her when she was young, multiple bodies. So these women really are not the prize, man. And I'm glad that the Lord is really changing and making a paradigm shift for the things, because the scriptures say that we're going back to the ways of old. We are seeking the ways of old. It says, seek ye the old paths. And that's what's happening.
Him, false claims on him, and really beating him down, tearing him down, and just making a whole scene out of nothing. If I don't like you, oh baby, I'm calling Me Too. I'm calling the police. I'm going to blast you on social media, call you a creep. As a matter of fact, I'll even go as far as ridiculing you to your face. I'll tell you, boy, please, why are you talking to me? Why are you in my face? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? Don't you know you're too short? Don't you know you're too ugly? Don't you know you're too dusty? Like all these things. And so now we are in a position to where men in general